is back, baby, and I might even take this deck to Watch This Mexico. So if you're a Mannadium lover, stay tuned for this entire video. Listen to everything. Stay till the end. I'm gonna discuss every single thing you need to know. How Mannadium Room Heart is a 1-card 10 interruption combo. Calarium is a 10 interruption combo. Fenrir is the best extender in Yu-Gi-Oh history that searches your full combo and is an interruption. Azamina is so good. Feeds us. It's just so many good cards combined in one. Let's get into this video. This is a meta contender, and I'm this close to take it to Watch This Mexico. Let's go. Welcome back to the video. This is the combo that we're going to be pulling off. I'm going to be showing you. If you want to see how to do this combo, go check out the other video I posted a few days ago. This video is going to be the full deck list explaining everything about the deck. If you want to take Mannadium to locals, regionals, YCS, it is very, very powerful, and I want you to pay close attention to this. Let's get started. This is the deck list. There is a bunch of 2-ups we're going to explain. Obviously, if you look at this, we're throwing in 20 engines in the deck. There's Mannadium, there's Scareclaw, there's Fiendsmith, Kashtira, Azamina, White Forest. I'm going to count Black Witch as part of Azamina. Yeah, 6 engines in Yu-Gi-Oh! And still making space for about 12 board breakers. The beauty of this deck is Fenrir and Right Soth, which you play 5 of them, are board breakers and starters because Fenrir deals with Detonator by itself and gets scare cash. So there's 6 or 7 engines in the deck. And you gotta respect Droll and you gotta respect Charmies, which is exactly what this deck does. I would love to play Banshee, Nemesis Banshee, Protos in this deck because I feel poor. Cam, I'm doing a video. Cam the man, I can't save you right now, Cam. I'm busy. What should I tell Cam? Should I tell Cam? What should we tell Cam? Think in your head what I'm gonna tell Cam. You watching the video at home? Think of what I'm about to tell him. Let's see if we're on the same mindset. Cam does that. Let's see what he says back. If he says anything other than facts, then I'm deleting him as a friend. Anyways, you have to respect Droll and Charmies, which is why these broken search cards like Wanted, okay, even though Wanted plays around them, but you just gotta fit everything in 40. These are all at 2 for a reason. You just want them all to search. Everything in here is there to search. Like, I would even like to play 3 Right Soth, but keep in mind that Detonator is a card, so Right Soth loses its value. But we're not trying to play Kashtira Unicorn here to search Birth. We're just trying to search Scare Kashtira with Fenrir as a way to get it. Similar to how in Tier Limit, they do the same thing with the Tier Limit Kashtira. But in Scare Kashtira is even stronger. So we played 3 Mannadium Room Heart. Mannadium Room Heart, you have infinite ways to get the Room Heart. It could be Room Heart itself. It could be Calarium. It could be Obsidian. It could be the White Forest cards that get into it. There are a plethora of ways to get into it, especially because you're able, like, even if you just hard draw Meek, Engraver is a level 6 light. So you're able to make Visas even if you hard draw Meek. So it's not even a brick anymore. Let's see what Cam has to say. You fake. What the hell? Wow. I thought we were boys. Anyways, we're trying to fit everything in here because I want you to look at the side deck. The only way you could play competitively going second in this meta, unless you're playing 20 plus hand traps. I love board breakers, but think of the Malice Fiendsmith board. When I play Malice Fiendsmith, I have 5 hand traps in my hand to end my turn, plus a board that you cannot deal with. So if you cannot deal with my board of 5 interruptions and my 5 hand traps, like, what board breaker is going to save you? Board breakers will save you against Yugioh, yes, because 1 Ultimate Slayer or 1 Tronus will get you there, or Talents or Thrust or Droplet, but it's not all the time, but sometimes. Against Malice Fiendsmith, it doesn't. Sometimes it does against Yugioh, sometimes even against Yugioh it doesn't, because they have 3 or 4, they have 2, 3 back row sets. So there might be a world where the only way you break boards is if you, this dual meta, especially post-Allen, is if you draw a Fualos, a Lancia, a Charmy, or a Droll, anything of that sort. So because of that reason, you have to play 40. So if that's the logic you're gonna go ahead with, that it's a very important theory logic because really taking that logic there. Like, if I have Valor and Ash, let's say I play 8, let's say I could fit 18 hand traps in here if I wanted to. I could probably up the deck count to 45, remove all the breakers, remove the best starters in the deck, and just play 18 hand traps or something. I could do that. But the problem is Ash Valor Imperm. If you Ash Valor Imperm this deck, you are hand looping yourself 3 cards. It will accomplish effectively nothing. I'm gonna end on 3 interruptions, which are negates, through them until you're 3 cards. You're effectively hand looping yourself. Sadly, that's how broken a lot of cards are, especially post-Allen, when every deck, like, you're gonna hand trap Malice Cybers with the new support. You're gonna hand trap Beatsmith Live Twin. Like, you could have 5 hand traps, you're doing nothing. Like, there's too many cards, too many decks to destroy hand traps. There is a world where legit that's the only way you win. So Droplet is also a pseudo card that doesn't matter what deck you're against, you have a chance. If you go second and you draw Fua or Droplet, there's a chance. That's why I prefer to play them in the deck with, I guess, 1 of talent. Thrust would be the only other card. It's not Ultimate Slayer because it's not gonna guarantee a win against Malice or some other meta decks, or Blue Eyes won't guarantee a win. Against Blue Eyes, I don't gotta open any breaker, but whatever. So that's how I'm gonna go about this. There's just 7 breakers here, plus the 5 Fenrirs, so that's like 12. But post side deck, you're putting in 6 more. So against every meta deck, you're gonna have 18 board breakers going second, with like, I guess 13 real ones. I mean, Kashtira Fenrir is like a half breaker, I guess. You don't give a shit if it resolves or not. But Engraver and Trap act the same way, where it's like your Engraver send a, like let's say the beauty of Engraver going, well, sometimes I side Engraver out actually, except the one Engraver, because there's a lot of cards like Lakama Luri, Double Track, Paradise, that's and 1 Engraver. That's 6 cards you remove for these 6. But if it's like a very shit deck like Blue Eyes, no offense, or like a soft deck, or like a mid-range deck, I keep them in and I remove other stuff. But this is how about we play it. And then going first, you need, like I put Masquerade in here because it makes it so if you get Charmied without Nemesis Protos to search, you end on a respectable board through Charmy and Droll. And then you need to side these cards, not because it makes the end board more broken, but the thought process is if you get Charmied or Droll, which are the only hand traps to stop this deck, you end on a respectable board. Your first search always be Twin Saw or Reframing, always, and your Black Witch set will always be Silvera. So if you're always setting Paradise to like through Droll, this deck very, very often through Droll will set up guaranteed Masquerena, Paradise Engrave, 1 trap, like one of these will be there in live, and you will attempt to go sequence. If it gets stopped, you could potentially put up an Abao. Like it's a good amount of interrupts, plus Fenrir, Droplet, Talent. Like it's actually a good amount of interruptions. You're very realistically gonna set up 2 of Fenrir, Droplet, the traps, and then Paradise, Masquerena through Droll. And through Charmy, you're gonna try to set up like set 3 minimal searches. You're gonna try to like your 1 trap you're gonna make many times is gonna be like Black Witch will be setting this or Visa. You could set all these things. I even try to make space for Guardian Chimera, but it's tough with such a tight extra deck. Going second, you have Chaos Angel, unlike in previous videos I've showed with this deck, but going second is very good going first. Anyways, enough talking. That is everything about this deck. Play it exactly like this. It's so condensed to fit to 40. You want to see it at 60. This is the 60 version. 60 version is much more fun and free, but like it's able to fit Nemesis stuff with more breakers, but 40 is cleaner. It does everything it's supposed to do, and you don't need to play too many versions of as White Forest cards because any room art equals White Forest. And the beauty of this deck is you don't need to do full combo. Full combo is Abao, Desiree, Sylvia, set 3 traps with an IP. That's like 10 interruptions with set 3. Paradise Great. Like, you don't need to do all that shit, right? You just need 5 interruptions versus 6 cards and you win the game. So you just, like, this is the safest way to do it. I'm gonna show you guys one replay here against my old arch nemesis, Loser Dog. There's a video we did before, like a year ago. It was awesome. We became friends after, so he's no longer my nemesis. He's a cool guy. I'm like, well. Actually, very nice guy. Anyways, so he's playing Mathmech here. This is Mathmech versus Mannadium. He's going first. He wins the roll. My hand is not that good, but we'll see how it goes. It all depends on what he hits with his trap card. And never do what I'm doing here where I'm like, keep going. The only reason I'm saying keep going is like you're playing online for shits and gigs, so it's not that important, right? Never do this in real life. You don't want your opponent to like know what you have. You don't have hand traps, right? So I go Perlerino, search Visas. The only card Perlerino searches Visas. You should be playing you don't need to whip Perlerino, but it's nice to have because Visas Synchro 8 will be able to search it for free. I was hoping you would stop it. Like I'm trying to get him to use like Ash or random cards he might have. I guess I wouldn't even consider it a lost card. Like you can't, typically the field spells get sent to grave with Azamita cards or Black Witch or cards like that, but it's fine if you don't need to. I'm just trying to resolve as many cards as possible. I'm trying to force him to use the Super Factorial so I could talent him. He didn't want to play into some cards last turn, so he didn't try to go for the negate, which didn't matter because he would play into many cards if he did. He goes into that to send both cards on my field, as well as send 1 card in my hand. Anything but talents, of course. He hits talents. This is a very good hit for him because not only would that make it so I can't have special meek, but I can't talents, which every card in my deck to draw right now is like all extenders right now. Like you're drawing every White Forest card, every Kashtira card, every Fiendsmith card. There's an absurd amount of extenders right now in my deck. So it sucks I got talents got hit. Every Mannadium card, which would be nuts right now, but it's fine. So my next line is Deception. I'm going to go Deception, send Visas, to which he pops it. I'm like, damn, that was a good fucking pop right there. So So, alright. The only thing, then right after he's going to call by the right card because he doesn't want me to Astro Loud, which is fine with me because he has no follow-up. So that's how I built this, knowing that, like, I did my turn knowing there's no follow-up he could possibly do. Let me just out everything. I wanted to out access code, but what's it going to do really? So it's all good. My next play was a good Astro Loud attack pass. This worked out fine. He has Droll and Lockbird in hand. That's fine. I draw Trap. So this would have been my talentless draw if he hit anything else. He hits me with Droll. I'm like, okay, that's no problem. This is game. Gonna go Engraver. Gonna go Lacrima. This is easy game. But I could have done here, okay, I could have normal Meek Engraver go into Visa Synchro 8, which would have gotten me into full Mannadium combo, but he has no cards in his hand. So this is just easy game. I'm just gonna sequence. I'm gonna go SP Desiree with his one card in hand. SP banishes Grave Starter. Would have been game. He has a very interesting thing here. Is Iron Thunder and Solemn. My hand is fantastic going second. I would love for Koalas to resolve here, which obviously it will, but he has basically 3 negates set up. Like he has Diameter Engrave, so this is 3 negates. Iron Thunder is a card that people might want to respect more because Iron Thunder is low-key actually very good as like an Omni negate, but it's a little bit ballsy. So he's going to summon these. He wants to get double draw, basically. I'm going to get another Fualos, which will be dead. I guess I could draw 1 if he does this, but he chains Super Victorial, which is good for me. Now, keep in mind, he has double Solemn Judgment, 1 Book of Moon. I guess we could consider this a misplay, but on that effect, keep in mind, he hasn't drawn yet, so he's able to draw eventually. I'm not, like, he has 1 negate here. So if he, let's say he discards something I want, that would hurt. So I go Droplet, send 2. This was a legit mistake because he would not only be able to not discard, but he won't be able to negate and he won't be able to draw because obviously after this, he'll just draw, right? So I opt to Droplet right away, not playing around Solemn. And Engrave, I sided out all my Phoenix Ones but 1 Engraver. So I took out my 2 bricks in my hand, thinking these would resolve, but it got hard punished to Solemn. So he Iron Thunders, which I guess I didn't play around Iron Thunder. My Droplet, I put anywhere but there. So yeah, then he gets rid of this. I'm like, fuck. That Droplet cost me the game. If I held Droplet, I could have won. I go this, Solemn, like, that's a lost game. So I'm gonna go game 3 now. If you guys want to see more replays of Mannadium, let me know in the comments. I have hundreds of replays I'd like to show you guys. This is a very cool replay because this is a very bad brick that we have, and it's gonna showcase what this deck could do when it bricks. Like this is an awful hand, like fucking horrible. But even through a brick, it's able to pull it off a lot of things. Droll is absurd against Mathmech now because the only way they search circular is by searching a bunch. So as you see what one Romar does is literally nuts. I go Azamina now to set up Sylvia soon. Do I do it now? Not yet. I go Arcialga. I'm trying to bait every hand trap he might have. I go this. This is a very cool situation. Besis no longer should be popping Lightheart. It should be popping Arcialgo because it'll trigger Arcialgo effect when it's destroyed to add a simple spell, which could get you an interruption, which it gets me deception in this situation, but that also means that like I did it because I searched the simple spell trap first, like I knew I'd be able to do that. I go Azamina here to get this. Anytime he Nibiru's, it's a lost Nibiru, so it doesn't matter. I'm able to reset this because I have, Azamina. I'm gonna set special Blackwood to get another negate. Like this is all 3 negates that you get, but the negates are not bricks because you just send them basically, but also through Droll and Charmies, you need the traps in your deck because that's how you like play through all of that. I'm gonna search Twin Saw and get a free draw here. Twin Saw is an FTK against Malice, going first or second. Sometimes you'll play, because you're playing a lot of cards that discard for free, like White Forest cards or Droplet or Black Witch. I actually result Twin Saw going second against Malice, and then their interruptions do literally nothing. You just play against hand traps and you play like Synchro, so that's an option as well. But that's you have to hard draw it, or you can go goods for it if you want to play that. We're gonna end on an unbreakable board here. We literally end on, through Nibiru, we have Silvera, Reframing, Desiree, Sylvia. So 4 actual negates. We have a Book of Moon, pop 2 cards, negate every link on the field, Abow to pop, and Droll and Lockbird. Well, Abow won't pop here. I'm going to Abow to special a Synchro. I'm going to use Abow to special Arciela. It could search you Veiler, I guess, but I'm going to use it just to search a follow-up. Imperms of Sylvia, not that we care. We know he has 5 cards in hand to our 10 interrupts, so we're good. I could have popped the Linkaribo if I wanted to. I don't really care. I'm going to let him summon the Exceed, and then I'm going to basically, obviously on Twin Saw popping both of these, obviously he's going to use Linkaribo, but I'm just going to negate the Linkaribo to get everything off the board. This is the scenario where you have like so many negates that you're just activating negates for fun. He's gonna activate this. I'm just gonna Book a Moon that. Like there's nothing you can do. Yeah, GG. This deck's really fun to play. I highly recommend it. If you guys want to see more, let me know in the comments. And in future videos, I would love to show it. I have 3 replays of this playing versus meta. Let me know if you want to see it. Thank you guys for watching the video. See you in the video. Peace!